500 children a day are admitted to emergency rooms because of toy-related injuries. Cuts, bruises, choking, strangulation, and death. It's hard to believe that these injuries have arisen as a result of unsafe toys. The United States Public Interest Research Group has been identifying unsafe toys for the past 28 years. They've compiled 12 tips to help choose the safest toys for a child. Tip number 1, bigger is better. What's the first thing a small child does with the toy? Puts it in his mouth. Child safety experts recommend eliminating choking hazards by not buying toys that are small enough to fit through a toilet paper roll. We sat down with Cathy Hogan, coordinator of injury prevention at SSM Cardinal Glennon Children's Medical Center in St. Louis, Missouri, to discuss toy safety and how to prevent injuries.
Choking hazards are a real big issue, and we say, well, how do we know if it's a choking hazard? Something that everybody has in their house is an empty toilet paper roller. And I tell people to go shopping for toys, especially when they're not used to buying toys for children of that age with a toilet paper roller. If the toy fits through the toilet paper roller, it's too small for a child that's a toddler-age child, a 3 or 4-year-old age child, because it can be a choking hazard.
Tip number 2, never give young children small balls or balloons. Avoid balls and other spherical toys smaller than 1.75 inches in diameter, or a little larger than a golf ball, for children under 6. Small balls, balloons, and pieces of broken balloons are particularly dangerous as they can completely block a child's airway. Tip number 3, read and heed warning labels. Make sure toys are age appropriate by checking the label before buying.
The reason that on the package it says that the package is made for children 18 months and older is because it's not safe for a 14-month-old child. And people have a tendency to say, oh, they'll grow into it. Well, not really, you know, but they are tested for specific age groups of children, and those age package on the packaging, that's a specific, that's almost like a warning. So you really have to be attentive to what it says. It's there. And then the caveat to that is that not only do you have to pay attention to that, but also have to pay attention to the age range of children that you have in your house.
Tip number 4, avoid toys that contain PVC plastic. Toys made of PVC plastic can contain toxic phthalates that pose developmental hazards for children. Choose unpainted wooden or cloth toys instead. Tip number 5, test toys, vinyl products, and costume jewelry for lead. Despite its known hazards, lead-based paints are often still used on toys, and high levels of lead can be found in vinyl lunchboxes and bibs, even in children's costume jewelry. All lead should be removed from a child's environment. Use a home lead tester to help identify toys containing this heavy metal. Tip number 6, avoid toys containing powerful magnets. The powerful small magnets used in most magnetic building toys, toy darts, magnetic jewelry, and other toys can look like shiny candy. If a child swallows more than one magnet, the magnets can attract each other within the body and cause life-threatening complications.
All of a sudden they've got a whole bunch of magnets in their belly, and with the magnets, what happens with them is they're not erosive like or corrosive like a battery would be, but they have a tendency for the pieces of the bowel to cause them to stick together and cause blockages. So, so you look in and you see these x-rays with all these magnets in there, and all this bowel is literally stuck together. So the games with the magnets or the building pieces with the magnets are a real big issue.
Tip number 7, watch out for button batteries. Small, round button batteries can be found in everything from watches and flashlights to remote controls and musical greeting cards. Keep button batteries away from children. If swallowed, the button battery acid can cause fatal internal injuries. Tip number 8, if it sounds too loud, it probably is. Children's ears are sensitive. If a toy seems too loud for your ears, it probably is too loud for a child. Electronic toys should be supervised and used at an appropriate volume. Tip number 9, watch out for strings and cords. Remove knobs and beads from cords longer than 1 foot to prevent the cords from tangling into a dangerous loop. Clothing with drawstrings on the hood can get caught on fixed objects like playground equipment and pose a strangulation hazard. Tip number 10, outfit your kids for safety. Toys such as bicycles, scooters, skateboards, and inline skates are safer when children wear protective gear. Tip number 11, stay informed of recalls. Visit the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission website for recall information on new and vintage toys. There you can sign up to receive email alerts of new recalls and search an archive of old recalls. Tip number 12, report dangerous toys. If you think a toy or product is hazardous, contact the Commission and submit a report. Most toys on the market are safe, but injuries still occur in spite of tough government regulations and efforts to test products. With help from the United States Public Interest Research Group, you can make safer toy decisions for your loved ones. I'm Alexis Phillips for Legal News Network, your source for safety information. For free consumer safety information and case updates, visit us at legalnewsnetwork.com. Legal News Network, brought to you by Moll Law Group.